So there are a few sort of funny, I think people will find them funny, but for me, like they're perfectly viable and useful. This is like simple automation that will just trigger. I can press the coffee button and it will send a message to my assistant to get a coffee. I actually just need to build that out in Integromat. This is like a button to bring me water. This is a live Bitcoin tracker. They have some pre-built apps available, and we're talking about micro savings here, but just the idea of opening Slack, having to tell her what to do, or even just to pull myself away from something. It sounds so like funny, but just to have it at like the click of a button for me is actually really good. It reduces pulling me away from my state of productivity as much as possible. I can just click a button and it's done. Here we have some triggers for like red lights and blue lights, and this is for my team to know whether they can interrupt me or not, because they're sitting right there. If the red light is on, it means that I'm in like a focus state. Do not interrupt me unless it really is something quite urgent. And then you can also like go into and make subfolders, and this is where it gets really interesting. So I can create a folder. These are all different color presets. Like I was literally just playing around with this on Philips Hue. My favorite one is like the Energize preset by them. But also similar to what I spoke about with the like MX Master 3, the mouse, you can assign specific profiles for each different application. So let's say that we are in Final Cut Pro. I can assign an entire load of shortcuts to the LCD panel specific for Final Cut Pro or for my workflow there. Same goes for Airtable, or when I'm streaming, I can have the exact buttons that I need when I switch between different applications. I absolutely love it. This has become like my new favorite tool. I knew about it for a while and I was considering buying one for quite a long time, and yeah, I can say I don't regret. I went for like the XL option. We've got like just there's 32 keys here, so more than I like require. I'm sure that I will end up filling this out. I've only been playing around with this for like a few hours. So then I'll just walk you through the automations that I built. So we have it. This opens Airtable and it opens up the search tab. It will run a command for me to find the Airtable that I want. Hopefully this has worked. I think because it wasn't open before, there was a delay. Interesting. Let me run a delay. Let's try that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Command K ran. That was what the issue was. It was running it too quickly before it had actually finished opening Airtable. Like I said, it's still early stages. I'm literally just setting up these things. Yeah, run again. Command K. So this is in case like I want to navigate through to another database. If you don't know, Command K is the shortcut to actually run searches, and it will then bring up all of your different Airtable bases. So that's just one for me to open Airtable, run the shortcut, and then I can just type in to navigate through to where I want to go to. This opens up Notion and opens up a specific page of my sort of daily tasks. So you can actually run, as long as you can actually just replace HTTPS here, or just run Notion at the start, and this will actually open a specific Notion page. So you can go on to Chrome, get the URL of whatever page it is that you want, and then if you just add Notion at the start of it, it will actually open natively within the Notion application. Another shortcut I ran, another simple thing to build is Integromat. This is going to open, this is a URL that triggers to create a new Integromat scenario. So whenever I click this button, it will open up Integromat with a fresh scenario, which is something that I spend a lot of time doing. Then you can also get even more interesting. You can submit API requests. So you can submit a web request. I can just drag it over here and I can choose, do I want to do a post or a GET request? I just think this is just so interesting. We could actually trigger Integromat automations by doing a webhook and then giving a response and returning it to us here. There's all sorts of things that we can do. You can open specific websites. So again, that would just be like a GET request. you can actually build out custom workflows. So I'll just walk you through 2 quick ones that I've built right now. First off, this opens OBS, which is the recording software that I use. Then it runs Command M to minimize it back to the dock. And then this is a hotkey that I made to run an Apple shortcut, which makes sure that it gets me to confirm that I have my microphone connected, that I have my microphone in front of me. And then we run a delay, 5-second delay, and then this will turn on the main light up here, which is lighting up my face. We set the scene in OBS. I'll just show you here. We can run through different scenes. This will record my desktop only, this will record only my face. So I can assign shortcuts to easily navigate through various different scenes. Then it starts recording, and then I set the color of my Philips Hue lights to red. And this is just from the click of a button, really like easy workflow. This took about 2 minutes to make. I literally did it just before recording this video. And then the other interesting thing is when I finish recording stops. Hue lights go back on to energize to let my team know that I'm like available. It turns off the main light up here, and then it opens my movies folder, which is where the output of the video recording is sent to, the local folder on my hard drive. And then it also opens Final Cut Pro. I have a bit of a bad habit of recording content and then not going straight into editing it. And it means that there are videos just sitting on my hard drive that I just never got around to editing. So I built out this automation to hopefully keep the momentum going of I've just recorded a video. As soon as I finish it, it opens up that file and it opens up Final Cut Pro. I drag in that file into Final Cut Pro. Unfortunately, I haven't found anyway, a reliable way of automatically importing videos into Final Cut Pro. And so this basically initiates my editing workflow. It will hopefully anyway mean that I go straight into editing and then uploading that file uploading the edited video onto YouTube.